Thank you for being with us on the feast day of St. Isidore of Seville. Our top story tonight, President Joe Biden tells Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that strikes on humanitarian workers are unacceptable. The White House says the two leaders spoke by phone earlier today, adding that President Biden made clear the need for Israel to announce and implement a series of specific, concrete, and measurable steps to address civilian harm. White House Correspondent Owen Jensen reports. Owen?
Tracy, that conversation between the two leaders comes days after Israeli airstrikes killed 7 aid workers in Gaza, food aid workers. Biden, in the phone call, also told Netanyahu that U.S. policy with respect to Gaza could change if Israel does not implement steps to better protect civilians and aid workers. What those policy changes would be was not revealed.
Asked about today's phone conversation between President Joe Biden and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House press briefing, this description of how the call went.
Our support is ironclad and consistent. It's not going to stop. It's not going to waver. But will there perhaps be some policy changes we might have to make if we don't see policy changes out of Israel? Yes.
Biden and Netanyahu last spoke on March 18th. Their relationship increasingly strained. Despite their differences, the Biden administration has continued to provide Israel crucial military aid and diplomatic support.
They face a range of threats, and the United States isn't going to walk away from helping Israel defend itself.
The deaths of 6 foreign aid workers and a Palestinian driver helping deliver desperately needed food, further intensifying the Israeli-Hamas war. The World Central Kitchen now asking Australia, Canada, Poland, the United States, and the United Kingdom, whose citizens were killed, to join them in demanding an independent third-party investigation into the attacks. Israel already admits it carried out the strikes by mistake. Adding more tension to the mix, Iran vowing revenge for an alleged Israeli airstrike that killed 2 Iranian generals in Syria's capital earlier this week. Israel, hunting down Hamas, has not commented on the airstrike. And in the middle of it all, dozens of hostages still held in captivity by Hamas. Protesters in Jerusalem earlier this week demanded a deal to secure their release. But now, a senior Hamas official at a news conference in Beirut saying that negotiations with Israel are deadlocked, likening the situation to a vicious circle.
And while President Biden deals with the wars in Israel and Ukraine, tomorrow he visits the site of the collapsed Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore to see the devastation up close and deliver remarks, and he'll meet with the families of the workers on that bridge who lost their lives. At the White House, Owen Jensen, EWTN News Nightly.